So back in the day, back in 1979, 1980, when I first was exposed to Mahayana Buddhism and dived deeply into the Lotus Sutra, I put together a few little sermons, if you will, excerpts basically from the Lotus Sutra, the Kosei Publishing Company version, which is what I had available to me at the time. It's amazing to me these days how many books, translations of sutras, amazing what's available at this time that was not available back in 1979. But in any case, I had my little typewriter. That was before we had all these fancy word processing programs, and basically in this particular one that I'll recite to you now, pulled together excerpts from a couple of the parables within the Lotus Sutra. What I called it was the LawFlower Sermon. At that time, the world-honored one addressed the disciples. Suppose there are growing on the mountains, along the rivers and streams, and in the valleys, plants, trees, thickets, forests, and medicinal herbs of various and numerous kinds, with names and colors all different. A dense cloud, spreading over and everywhere covering the whole world, pours down its rain equally at the same time. Its moisture universally fertilizes roots, stalks, twigs, and leaves. Every tree, big or little, according to its capacity, receives its share. From the rain of the one cloud, each, according to the nature of its kind, acquires its development, opening its blossoms and bearing its fruit. The Tathagata is also like this. He appears in the world like the rising of that great cloud. Universally, he extends his call over the world of men and women. He sounds forth these words: I am the Tathagata, the worshipful, the all-wise, the perfectly enlightened in conduct, the understander of the world, the peerless leader, the controller, the teacher of men and women, the world-honored one. Those who have not yet been saved, I cause to be saved. Those who have not yet been set free, to be set free. Those who have not yet been comforted, to be comforted. Those who have not yet obtained spiritual bliss, to obtain spiritual bliss. I know the present world and the world to come as they really are. I am the all-knowing, the all-seeing, the knower of the way, the opener of the way, the preacher of the way. Come to me, all you men and women, to hear the law. Good sons and good daughters, the law is like water that washes off dirt. As a well, a pond, a stream, a river, a ditch, or a great sea, each alike effectively washes off all kinds of dirt, so the law water effectively washes off the dirt of all delusions of living beings. The nature of water is one, but a well is not a pond is not a stream or a river, nor is a ditch a sea. The nature of the law is like this. There is equality and no differentiation in washing off the dirt of delusions, but the laws, merits, and ways are not one and the same. As the Tathagata, the world's hero, is free in the law, all the laws preached by him are also like this. As the meaning varies, the understanding of living beings varies. As the understanding varies, the attainment of the law, the merit, and the way also varies. The preaching is the same, but the meaning varies. With various reasonings and parables, I have widely discoursed and taught, and by countless tactful methods have led living beings to leave all attachments. The Tathagata is perfect in his tactfulness and wisdom. The Tathagata is able to discriminate everything, preach the laws skillfully, use gentle words, and cheer the hearts of all. Essentially speaking, the Tathagata has altogether fulfilled the infinite, boundless, unprecedented law. This law is inexpressible. It is beyond the realm of terms. Suppose in a certain town there is a great elder of boundless wealth. His house is spacious and large. Its halls are decayed and old. On every side at the same moment, fire suddenly starts, and the house is in flames. The sons and daughters of the elder, say 10, 20, or even 30, are in this dwelling. The elder is greatly startled and reflects thus: though I am able to get safely out of this burning house, yet my children are pleasurably absorbed in amusements without apprehension, knowledge, surprise, or fear. Though the fire is pressing upon them, and pain and suffering are imminent, they do not mind or fear, and have no impulse to escape. He notifies his children, "Come out, quickly, all of you." Yet the children, joyfully attached to their play, are unwilling to believe him. Then the elder reflects thus: if I and my children do not get out at once, we shall certainly be burned up. Let me now by some tactful means cause my children to escape this disaster. Knowing that to which each of his children is predisposed, and all the various attractive playthings and curiosities to which their natures will joyfully respond, the father informs them, saying, "The things with which you are fond of playing, if you do not come and get them, you will be sorry for it afterward." Thereupon the children come scrambling out of the burning house. Then the elder, seeing his children have safely escaped, sits down in the open with a mind at ease. Then the children say, "Father, please, now give us those lovely things you promised us to play with, goat carts, deer carts, and bullock carts." Then the elder gives to each of his children equally a great cart, lofty and spacious, adorned with all the precious things, splendidly decorated, and yoked with white bullocks, handsome and of great muscular power, which walk with even steps and with the speed of the wind. Then the children, having got that which they never had before and never expected to have, ecstatic with joy, riding these precious carts, roam in every direction, playing just as they wish, without hindrance. Even as that elder, at first, attracted his children by the 3 carts, and afterward gave them only a great cart, magnificently adorned with precious things and supremely restful, yet that elder is not guilty of falsehood. So also is it with the Tathagata. There is no falsehood in first preaching various vehicles to attract all living creatures, and afterward saving by the great vehicle only. The Tathagata is the Father of all worlds, who is greatly merciful and greatly compassionate, ever tireless, ever seeking the good and benefiting all beings. And he is born in this world, the old decaying, burning house, to save all creatures from the fires of birth, old age, disease, death, grief, suffering, foolishness, darkness, covetousness, anger, and delusion, and to teach them to obtain perfect wisdom and compassion. I, for the sake of all beings, by means of this parable, preach the one vehicle law. If you are able to receive these words in faith, you shall be able to accomplish the Tathagata way. This vehicle is wonderful, pure, and supreme. In all the worlds there is nothing more exalted. It is that which the Tathagata rejoices in, and which all living creatures should praise, worship, and adore. Namo Mita Butsu. Namo Mita Butsu. Namo Mita Butsu.